Welcome to the house that Rodney built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. First down here for the offense. The give from the gun. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's fair weather. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. The great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the tight end. Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory. And there's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Grab behind the line. It's Lewis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Got room at the 35. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Dances away. He fires it out to the right. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. Auburn lines up quickly. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
The incompletion brings up a second down. Dropping back, it's Thorne. The throw to the outside is complete. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They move the tight end all over. Trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn! Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires on the move. Pulls it in. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. First down to start the drive after the break. Using his legs, it's Payne. Powers through the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Keeps the legs moving. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And he can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is If you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Tight end finds a soft spot. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on 4th down. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set. With the run on 1st and goal. Still on his feet. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. They'll try to run it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He makes a grab. They will score! Touchdown, Irish!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Auburn. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Back to throw, it's Leonard. Keeps looking downfield. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to go up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Bounced off his feet. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. It's complete to the left. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Big-time play there in the passing game. That's important for Notre Dame, too, as a program, because we know they've always been able to run the football. And we've seen them in recent years get to the playoff. They've reached national championship games, but they haven't been able to pull it off. For this program to take the next step, they have to be more consistent and dynamic in the explosive passing game, and I think this guy gives them the opportunity to take the program to the next level.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback will audible. On second down, he'll fire. Gets away. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. Third and long. Looking for a man. It's Leonard. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Irish send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it'll be down right there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. On the run, it's Hunter. At the 15, he's loose. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Defensively, you know they're going to run it. You know they're going to try to create some space offensively and just try to run out of the goal line. So that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run the whole playbook at your disposal.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to throw. He unleashes a long one.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
Handoff to the single back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've got the lead here in the fourth. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese. And you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're lining up to boot it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Line getting set on second down. Dropping back, it's Thorne. A little screen to the running back. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll run play action. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Plays like that are the type of plays that win you games. Bottom line, here we are, it's late. It's a close game. It's a huge third down, and somebody's got to step up and make a play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And it's
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today we have a top 25 matchup on hand with two of college football's premier teams preparing to slug it out. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the fifth-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Canes will boot it away to start the game. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hands it off. At the 35, he's loose. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
That is a statement play right away. You're playing on the road. The stadium's loud and noisy. You want to quiet him down, run the football down the defense's throat.
At the 45 on his way. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll try the run. They stripped it out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cade. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And the defense lets the big tight end get behind him, and you could see it. When he saw his tight end streaking down the field, he knew he had to throw it up in the air, let him go make a play. He does it. Big play for this offense.
He gets it in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Looking to go up top on first down. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
Yeah, and you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
To the air, it's Ward. Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Everybody holds their breath when this guy has the ball. On defense now, you got to stop the bleeding because you're allowing one of the best at his position in the sport of college football. Now have back-to-back catches. You better be anticipating this offense going back to him again right here.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And that pass intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
We talk a lot about this at quarterback, right? Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. He wanted to throw that downfield. He just felt the pressure, and he knew he had to get out of danger. He was able to do that, use his speed, go get north up the field for a first down. Well done.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Fires to the big fella. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Leonard. He makes the connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step, and if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Unloads to the wideout. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Makes a move. This guy makes you hold your breath when he gets the football in his hands, and that last line of the coverage team, the only thing that stopped him from housing it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He wants to throw. Going for it all. Touchdown, Miami! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll line up to go for 2. He's got the tight end. He's into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by 2. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Leonard. He spins that thing down the middle. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Ward. Let's it fly. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down.
Oh, what a missed opportunity for that interception. Yes, I know he gets the pass breakup, but he had a chance to finish things off, and he really didn't get it done. But there's a reason he plays defense. You know, they put the guys on offense that can actually catch.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. It's 4th down, and this offense is going to stay on the field and keep the kicker on the sidelines. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Hurricane.
They decided to go for it on 4th down, and that was not easy, man. These windows open and close so quickly when you're throwing into the end zone, but really nice timing by the quarterback, and because of that, on 4th down, it's a touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. He's looking to forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Hurricanes want to move quickly.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
He'll turn it loose out to the right. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Quickly complete. Oh, look out! They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the 40.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
To the ground with the back. Slips one guy, now he's loose. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish! I'm not sure anyone even breathed on that running back by the time he got into the end zone.
Nah, so many blockers out in front. Where are the defenders? I mean, it's a good idea. You know, the guy with the ball, that's usually the guy we want to go tackle. Go get him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
2nd and 10 here. Looking downfield, it's Ward. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defender...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Taking it the other way. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. Open space at the 25. He's loose. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Perfect play call against the perfect defense. They came with a blitz, and the offense had this screen pass called at the right time. Running back gets it in his hands. He's got linemen out in front, getting hats on hats. You can't do it any better than that.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score, 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And listen, I'm aggressive by nature. I'm going for it on 4th down most of the time. But that negative play, does that give you a little pause?
It does, because if you're rattled right now, then you need to regroup, take the 3, and live to fight another drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be... Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rodney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one, both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. A first down for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Now they've got breathing room. Got 6 all the way out to the 20.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They think there's room to run to the right here. Into the pile, maybe got 1. He stopped at the 21.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This is such a frustrating feeling when you got a defense that drops back, takes away all the immediate options, does a really good job with the first play, the pass play, but then you got a quarterback that just pulls it down, easily gets the first down. I just don't know how you stop a guy like this.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Going over the top. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Still on his feet at the 45. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Evans. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. To throw, it's Leonard. Gets it out quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives them a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Really nice job there at the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. Timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It is good! And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Looking to move it through the air. He tries to take the top off. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more time.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Makes the grab. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Inside a minute to play here in the first half. Might we get a touchdown before the break after all? Got it in the middle. It's Wells. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
He's got it, and he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. And they swarm him under. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. And the Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
This offense has a second down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. He's going to pass, using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Wants to throw. It's Leonard. Throwing right. He's got it. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He's looking for an open man on second down. That's caught. It's Love. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A first down run on the doorstep. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs fit.
Quarterback sneaks it forward and into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, second and goal that time, and instead of turning around and giving it to Mr. Dependable, you just let your quarterback do it himself. Up front, everybody's got to get low. It's low man wins. They're able to get a surge, and the quarterback plows in for a touchdown.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Two straight times they've been denied. Do they go to the ground again on third and goal? Trying to pound it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That was a great example of a running back toting the rock with conviction. There's not a lot of time to hesitate. If you see a split second, you see a hole, you've got to hit it right now. Nice job by the RB there.
Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They march 72 yards, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game. And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Back to pass, it's Leonard. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. A third and long coming up here.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got a man, it's locked. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just...
He uncorks one deep. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. The Rebels in the hurry-up. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets open down the middle. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. To the air, it's Dart. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And I think that pass play was simply designed just to get him the football in space and let him do the rest. Obviously, they're not throwing that into the end zone, but they feel like they've got guys, especially at the running back position, that if you just give them an opportunity, they can make people miss and score like he did right there.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Corralled and brought down by the defense. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here come the Irish, back on offense.
Easy.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He breaks a tackle. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish! These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, you will take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. Back to pass, it's Dart. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Price. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Offense set on first down. The run from the shotgun. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Going to the running game. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Still looking on the move. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's got him, and they convert. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Looking downfield, it's Leonard. Pocket starts to collapse. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He gets a block. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. At the 45, on his way. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Coming after it. Got his man quickly. Smashes through the tackle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown time. Quick strike touchdown. Comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
To the air, it's Leonard. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught, close to the marker, it's Harrison. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Quickly out to the tight end. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. They'll try it on the ground. Tackled, but he has a 1st down.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. The defense just missed out.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a 4th quarter game.
Back to throw, it's Leonard. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll go with a direct snap. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about.
Second down coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing, big turnover forced by the defense.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Extending the play. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He wants to throw. Quarterback moving. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. And they pick up just one. It'll be 3rd and 9. Alabama pushing the tempo. Trying play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He got it. And that lead grows even bigger. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. He'll throw one to his right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the 1st half. Ready to go here in the 2nd half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Yeah, the defense knew coming into this game that this offense was going to try and throw it down the middle of the field, so they knew that they were going to have to break on passes but also be really physical, tackle the catch, and knock the ball away, and they were able to do that there.
Pulls it and fires to the left. At the 35, he's open. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. Fights off the defender. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, I do not want a guy that will dance. I want square shoulders to the line of scrimmage, take the snap, secure the football, play physical, and fall forward. Nice job by that running back getting the first down.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. He's looking to throw it. Wide open downfield. Running toward the tape. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
From the red zone, it's Miller. Jukes his way for more. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Runs through the tackle. That ball came out a little late, and it was almost picked off.
Great job by the QB just avoiding a negative play. I know you don't come away with a big completion, but he should have got sacked. I don't know how he was able to get out of that. Great individual effort by him.
Dropping back, it's Leonard. Looking to buy time. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. Back to the ground game on the left. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The running back has it. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
You want to settle everybody in on the road? You want to take the nerves away? Run the football. Really, really good job. The offensive line, they're physical and nasty. They're not nervous. They're not worried about this crowd getting loud. They just want to hit you right in the mouth, and they started the game off with some good physical.
And he breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Line gets set, first down. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. The Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. The give to the tailback. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Power football with the run. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Back to throw, it's Allen. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Quick completion on the out route. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Now on second down. Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. The Nittany Lions pick up the first down. They get to the line quickly. And the Nittany Lions move the change with some signature hard-nosed running.
Some Big Ten physicality, some Big Ten running the football. Gotta have it. Gotta start with that when you're...
Touchdown, Penn State! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't...
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Looking for a man, it's Leonard. The sweet feet buy a little time. Got him downfield. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beating. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Quickly to the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man, it's locked. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
A great job understanding where you're at on the field. And I know that sounds very simple, but I run that out route, I start getting towards the sidelines. I got to feel it. I don't have time to look down as the ball's coming to me. Great job catching it and getting that foot in bounds.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds his man, they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They'll immediately call timeout.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. He's going to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's just, it's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Strikes the blow. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out.
Got a lot of running room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Lets it fly. Complete downfield. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Aller. Quick completion on the out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Good, right down the boulevard. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Nittany Lions are marching down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. Quickly complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
To the air on first down. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. On second down, looking again to throw. Complete to the left. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Finds the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Here come the Irish again, this time doing it through the air.
And getting a little balance, right? We've talked about how they like to be physical and they like to run the football. And when you get that balance going, man, it makes it easy to call plays, start to settle in, everything looking good on offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Payne. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Makes the catch past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Handoff to the lone back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Price. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. The defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Irish! This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They go to the ground. And just plowing ahead. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his legs, it's Singleton. At the 35, he's got room. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown, Penn State! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Going up top on first down. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Yeah, and that's a timing route. You throw those out routes to your receivers, and he gets out of his break, and he gets his head around, and ideally you want him to get his head around right in time to catch that football, and you could just tell he didn't get comfortable, didn't get his hands around, his head around in the right time, and he just gets a drop.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and I love the timing routes, a nice curl route, great throw, and then catch the ball, get north-south, and get some good yards after the catch.
They'll go to the ground, creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll leave it with the lone back. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL. After
losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Leonard. Fires to the big fella. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now. You know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, get in your defense really, really quickly, and make sure you don't give up any big play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that pass picked off. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and all gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. And they come out with a field goal lead. Defense just got to stop now to capitalize, David.
Yeah, keep the momentum going, right? Defense did a great job. They held serve, got you the football back, Jesse. Let's go get some points.
I'm curious to see how they're going to do this. Are they going to be aggressive after the defense got the stop and take a shot, or are they going to try to be more conservative here and bleed the clock?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. From the shotgun, the inside give. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The Nittany Lions inside the final minute trying to drain the clock. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think, would go a long way.
Yeah, and it's just finding a couple of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these turnovers. How do we create more turnovers? I think that rhythm you're talking about, Jesse, finding those things that I do well, building on them, and doing more of them.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.